LDN bakers, welcome to another bake in Kris's kitchen. Today we're baking plum or fruit cake, depends what sort of fruits you have. Now we start having a season, some plums are available, so you can get plums just like these ones. They are 49 pence in Tesco's, and I'm sure they'll be available in all other supermarkets as well. So you can get these fruits. If you don't have fruits like that, fresh ones, you can always use prunes, but better if they good quality to take a pips out. They're good as well, if anything. Or you can use frozen fruits if these are available, or you could get them frozen fruit. But if you're baking from frozen fruits, do not defrost them, just put frozen fruit on the top of the cake. Okay, so let's start. So first, as always, we got the bowl, and we need 4 large eggs. Good if they taken out from the fridge, if you keep the eggs in the fridge, and kept an hour before bake outside, so they nice and warm, so therefore the cake will rise better. 4 eggs. Eggs, just make sure that you take out all the shell. Using help of a staff if you find that there's something there, as they're quite difficult to pick them up. Okay, so that's eggs, and now I'll have sugar first. So we need 250 grams of sugar. I got my scale, as always, prepared. My scale is slightly bigger, but I've got already my 250 grams weight on the other side. And there you go. That's my 250 grams of sugar. Now, 250 grams of self-raising flour. There you go. Well done, perfect. Flour. And I will have around the same amount of oil. So 250 grams or milliliters. Should be fine. That, and I have also a little bit of this, as I like to use. A little bit more earthy. There you go. Perfect. Not too much. That's my oil. Okay, and that's it. Wait, we don't need that anymore. And all that, just remember, wooden spoon, as I'm always using, mix together. Sugar just for us to all of those ingredients mixed, not too fine, just to kind of mix them. The mixture should be fairly loose. Just mix it all together, as I'm always adding tiny bit of vanilla extract, just a splash. Not much, but just a little bit, so that will enhance our flavor. Okay, not mixed too much, because it's not. There you go, just to everything combine. And now I got my favorite spatula, but from this moment on I'll use this. There you go. Spatula. Clean as you go. And that kind of mixture will look like. Now we can put that aside and let's get into fruits. So if you got fruits like that, so means just raw fruits, you need to cut them to smaller pieces. And I have this little mouse over here. Let me see if I'll be able to find it. There we go. That should be okay. Bowl. So I can put my cut fruits in there. Okay. Rinse the fruits before. Okay, so let's rinse them before in cool water to make sure that they clean of anything dirty, and then just separates them from the pips. Cut them in four. That's the best way. Or sometimes if they're not ripe enough, you might find that difficult, so as I do, so just cut them around. That's not the problem. You can cut them around the pips. Oh, these ones almost does none. Just into smaller pieces. Don't forget to clean as it goes. Okay, so we've got fruits and we've got pastry, and now what you can do, you can also do some crumbles on the top, which is quite nice as well. So for that I'll use butter and sugar, a bit of flour. Okay, so I got that. I'll have one more bowl, and crumble, you just use a bit of butter. It's good if butter is not too cold like mine. I will have to melt mine a little bit, I think, but that's not a problem. So I'll have, let's say, can we do 50? Yeah. A bit of butter, let's say 50 grams of butter. You don't need much really, but if anything, so that would be it. And I'll put tiny bit of flour, just for the crumble, a bit of sugar. You can do that just by eye because it doesn't need much really. And I'll put also a tiny bit of vanilla essence. Just a tiny bit. The extracts are very strong, we don't need much. And this just mix together till all we could get crumble. This is the best always to do it with your hands, so you can feel the crumble appearing. You can put it on the top of your cake. It's always kind of give that extra crust and a nice flavor too. Make sure that the butter is all kind of incorporated together. See how the crumbles are appearing? I love crumbles. Anything with the crumble is just kind of my thing. So just make sure that you all mix that together. You see, crumbles starts appearing. There you go. Perfect. Crumble. So, running through my fingers like that. Oh, I love it. Anyway, okay. Now let's wash my hands. Remember to wash your hands on any state possible, okay? Especially when you're using toilets. Remember to wash your hands. Where do you remember? Not in the toilet only, but also when you get back to the kitchen. As it's important. Okay. Now the next bit is a baking tray. As me, I use always a tiny bit of butter just to grease it. You can use a grease paper or baking paper for that. It's also good. For this type of tray, probably even better because obviously will prevent to stick and also ensure that our baking trays are got a bit longer life. Okay. So grease nice and properly. I'll use my oats. You can also use crumb breads, crumbs, but I like using oats because of they're always available and I don't have to worry about breadcrumbs. Okay, that goes to it. We got tray prepared. We got now our pastry. So pastry now is get all together, starts already forming. See, it's not really refined. That's okay. Even better. There you go. Now I'm putting all my mixture to my baking tray using my spatula as last time. This is very light cake, so I'm sure everybody will like it. And also when you're using oil, your cake will last longer. It won't get dry that quickly, like when you're baking with butter. Okay. Now I'll use some of this and some of that, as I said, so I use both. A bit of the plums, just around, and then my fresh ones. Delicious. And you can put them as you like. They should sink in there quite nicely. Because of there are fruits in here and they're fairly wet. There's got lots of moisture in them. Make sure that you check your cake once it starts baking, because there's lots of moisture. It might take slightly longer. Delicious. And also don't forget to leave some of those for yourself for your yogurt, okay? I think that's fine for me. I don't think I need more. And now I got my crumbs. And there you go. So then I'm putting this just on the top of that cake. I really love my crumble. There you go. And now that prepared baking tray will put, I think I got still some, there you go, I got my back and this is for my bread. I'll probably take this out anyway. There you go. So 180, 190 degree. You could preheat the oven, but this cake doesn't need that. It can go just to oven like that. So we do this in for around 45 to 50 minutes, and after that we need to check if the pastry is dry. Okay, obviously it might be still not ready, and I'll see you in 45 to 50 minutes. And here we are again. Let's see if our cake is ready. It's still a bit wet, so we wait another couple of minutes. There we go. The cake is definitely now ready. I give it more than enough time. So I'll switch that part. Let's take it out. Oh, there you go. Look at this. How beautiful. So we'll just put some of icing sugar on the top of it, and we'll be just ready. Have a lovely cake, and I'll see you next time.
Share your films on YouTube. Please email them to marketing@wspld.org or WhatsApp them to Lawrence Swan on 07715 311 399. Thank you.